Hello, Brother Monroe here. Welcome back to Ultimate Naval Dreadnoughts, to the Greek campaign. And yes, I'm back at it. And fortunately, it's given me lots of time to think about this battle because this is not in my favour. So if we look at these ships, so these Queen Elizabeth class battleships, weirdly, I think I could probably take these on. But these Monarch class, of which they have two, are very dangerous indeed. Look at that price, 900 million. And I know that these are player-built. So player-built ships costing 900 is a bit different from AI ships is costing 900, which means that they are better than most of my ships. They are going to be better armoured. Look at that 20-inch maximum, which again, because I know it's a human ship, means that that's going to be sensibly placed. They carry 8 16-inch guns, which are definitely going to be Mark III by this point. So they have better armour and better guns, and you can see it's actually better quality armour as well, because mine are at 135 and this is at 150. I can't deal with these two ships unless I torpedo them. The Semio probably can, but she's the only one. So these are a problem. These Tiger class with their 18-inch guns probably not as much of a threat, weirdly, even though they look on paper to be more of a threat because they have those 18-inch guns. The only weakness I can see in this design is that it is 24 knots top speed. And even the Lemnos can outrun it by a decent 4 knots. So I actually think my best bet here is to head away from the enemy. Effectively do a fighting retreat. Try and draw out their faster ships and defeat them in detail, i.e. one by one. And leave those Monarch class the hell alone. Because really, I want to take them on when they're not surrounded by a big fleet. And I probably want to try and pin them and then sneak in and sink them with torpedoes or something. There is an update coming for the game and for the mod, a pretty big one actually, that reintroduces deck hits finally. I just need to get around to it. Obviously I've been ill, haven't been able to record, and I really didn't want to throw on a mod when I knew there was a battle, like an update to the mod when I know there's a battle coming up. Yes, it should be fine, but it's always better to be safe than sorry. It's going to take a while to load up. I'll keep waffling about the mod. And I haven't actually gone through and checked that everything works and all this stuff. So, yeah, I'm going to be a little bit more cautious about that. Right. Let's start the battle and pause. Because you will have put them in stupid ways, I'm sure of it. Yeah, you have. Right, let's just split the capital ships up. So, Nichos, turn around. Papanicolis. Alright, where is Nichos? It's going to take forever to sort out. Alright, there is Nichos. Right. You join. You can do 30 knots, so you're going to be in a different division. You can do 30 knots. So I actually want you to join him. Head that way. Lemnos, you should join this group. You're a 34 knot ship. You're a 30 knot ship. You should join this group. You're a 30 archer, but you join this group. And that's fine. You're also 30 knots. You should join the 30 knot group. You're all 30 knots as well. I'm going to put you in with the slower group. And then you guys are... Well, you're slow. So you can balance them out and you two can go there. So I only have 3 divisions to deal with, which is a little bit more manageable. So play and watch the chaos unfold. But yeah, hopefully we've started at a reasonable range from the British. I saw a brief flash of them. This is one of the battle cruisers that can keep pace with me. I'm assuming, yeah, not... Well, it's very good quality though, but not super well armoured. But yeah, that's actually nastier than I was expecting. Mark 3s? Mark 2s. Okay. So we definitely want to kite as much as we possibly can. With the slowest group heading the most directly away from the enemy. So that they're not getting tact. There we go. I want to kind of string out the enemy a little bit. Although I can't see them at all right now. Oh, there we go. Yeah, they are fannying about. Obviously, I do need to sink them at some point, but I was kind of hoping to draw them in. They are not playing ball, so we're going to have to adjust slightly. I can just end the battle, but that's very anticlimactic. Let's try and get him to come in. At least get a little bit of a hint that they exist. You can see their battle cruiser because it's huge. Right, there we go. Oh, unfortunately, I'm waiting for this ship to catch up. This is the one I'm worried about. Look at that. That is nasty. 18-inch main belt. Really not much I can do about those. She's very irritating. Maybe we double back on ourselves. I just want to try, try and tempt them into coming at me in some manner. Oh, actually getting some firing going on. Even if it is just sinking a couple of cruisers, you know, as long as we get something. See? Again, they're leading with that battleship, and I really don't want to be anywhere near it. Well played, Britain. Well played. You saw my attempt at a trap and were just like, no. Shit. How am I gonna deal with this war longer term then? Because I do not have a counter to those. Get a shot at a cruiser every now and then, I mean, they're not going to run out of ammunition anytime sooner than like that. We are getting the odd hit, but it's not really doing anything. See, this is what I'm worried about. 16-inch guns. Stop wiggling everywhere and get the fuck out of there. Yeah. That fleet is way too difficult. I know it's his defeat, but I mean, come on. I'm going to have to fight this very differently. Going to have to fight this very differently, and I think that means just hiding in port. We've got to hide in port, and we're going to need possibly an emergency refit. I'm just about to get an armor tech, which will help. Is there anything useful like Marc for 15-inch guns? Give me that. That will help a lot. In the meantime, I'm going to have to rely on the fleet somehow. Somehow getting stuff done. I'll have a think about that. Welcome back. I have the Marc IV 15-inch guns. That's very good. What's very bad is Britain has started to kick my bottom. I don't think there's very much you can do about it, to be honest. I think we're just going to flat out lose here because they have parked their entire fleet here and it has enough in it to really cause me problems. They're trying to launch naval invasions here, but haven't sent any ships, which is a bit weird. But they can just smash me on land. Well, okay, it's not their entire fleet, but it's most of it. It's a very large portion of it, and I'm not getting the little battles against like cruisers or convoys and things like that. I'm just not getting them. So really, all I can do is start to bring ships in to get them fixed up. So I think first of all we should bring the Lemnos in because they are the oldest ships. You know, maybe with Mark IVs we'll have a very slight advantage, but I'm not convinced. To be honest. You maybe noticed that the version number has changed. I did. I'm running not the full 1.3.4. I'm just running the tweaks and fixes side of it, which does include the return of deck kits. So exciting stuff. We do get a fair amount of weight back on the ship for now, anyway. Going up to Crypt 4 gives me still not as good as the British, unfortunately. But at 5, that's a good one to get. Anti-flood and Citadel 5. I've got TNT 4 and Cordite. We can get them semi-auto loaders. I mean, that is a good ship. All this is going to help. We have a little bit of weight remaining. What's the reload on these? 1 round per minute. I don't really want to lengthen them because that will send that down. These things have got 14-inch main belts. It feels a little lackluster. Could we up it to 16? We can try. We can try. This, I feel, needs thickening. To 1.5 on the innermost. 1.5 isn't great. It's like a 12-inch innermost. I'd like to get this up to 2. I don't know if that's going to be doable. Oh, it is. Okay, 2, which is basically 16-inch main belt with the innermost layer also acting as a 16-inch main belt, basically causing the penetration to have to roll twice. That 18-inch main belt, though, look how close we would have to get. I don't know. There's a way of... I don't think I have any way of increasing the punch here without going for like super heavy shells or something like that. We're running on a 6.8 flash fire chance. So I think this is pretty much what I'm going to have to go with. It does make... I mean, this is a pretty nice ship, I would say. It's just... Yeah. We need to try something a bit different, I fear. Okay. Alright, let's get the Lemnos in for refits. It is a 3-month refit program. And it will send me over, so I'm going to have to stagger it. Because, yeah, we're still building the Alerik. But, yeah, I might just have to take the loss here. How am I going to build up to take on the British then? Maybe if we can manipulate them into going to war with France. It's probably my best bet, right? Should never have allied with the Danish. That was my mistake. Okay, well, I'll end the turn and see what happens. Yep, they're hitting me all right. I have agreed to a peace deal, but they're probably going to be able to just roll me up with naval invasions, which is a bit of an issue. Again, though, I don't really know what I can do about it. Particularly, just have to cycle ships through on a reef. If the game's not going to give me any battles, and now at this point, I don't think anything short of a large fleet battle is going to do anything. It's going to be very, very difficult. But you'd think that, come on, convoy battle, surely. Mission generation needs a serious look at. I am aware of that. But the Duke, who is the one who understands how to overwrite parts of the code, unfortunately, has a lot of other... fortunately, I should say, has a lot of other things to be doing. I mean, maybe if they let these fail... all they need to do is move their fleet, though, and I'm stuffed. So I'm not particularly bullish about my chances here. Oh, fucking hell, they're port striking something. Probably a free hit as well. But at least we have some of the Lemnos done. Yeah, this is not ideal. Not ideal at all. I'm trying to think what else we could do, because Britain's just going to run away from us. They're already ahead of us in tech, as in deployed tech, I think. Maybe those Mark 4 15s will give us the edge, but I doubt it. And there's no easy expansion options either. We really need them to go to war with France and just knock the stuffing out of each other. Of course, we went from best friends to we're at war. It's not really my fault. I didn't want to go to war with Britain, and they are stomping all over me, which, yeah, it's kind of what would happen. So I can't complain too much. It's taken forever. Yeah. That's kind of what I thought you might be trying to do. See, these Vanguard classes, I could defeat those. Okay. Well, we're going to run away for obvious reasons. But okay, so some of their battleships are weak. They must have just sent their best ships at us. Trouble is, it's going to take me a long time to get the ships kind of through the process, and they're going around in giant doom stacks. So it's very difficult for me to guarantee I get the fight I want. Oh man. Because, yeah, if just the Lemnos are refitted, that seems super risky. 11 battleships. Yeah, this is like their invasion fleet. Run. Run away! Not their main battle fleet. But I know that if I try and attack this, the main battle fleet is going to show up and cause me a lot of problems. Don't like it. Alright, I'm continuing the refits because I kind of need to. Samos is done. Not much to talk about. I did have a little bit of spit displacement, but I'm just going to leave it. I have up the belt armor to 16. I've done the layers and things like that. Yeah, we've got about 5% weight on that, but that's probably going to go on radar at some point. And I'm probably going to get radar very, very soon, which is going to piss me off. But I feel I need the ships, but then do I? Because these are going to fall very, very soon. I have already agreed for a peace treaty. So I might be able to limit the damage. But it depends how much they take. They might take a whole bunch of stuff that I can't do anything about. Which will piss me off. So yeah, yeah, there's not really much I can do. It's a bit of a disappointing return, to be honest. Maybe I should just throw the fleet at it. You know, damn myself, and try and claw this back a little bit. I don't know what else I can do though. Well, I finally get a fight that I might actually be able to do something about. The Treaty and the P-32 have found the Oracle. So we get to do a little destroyer fight. Yay. Finally, a small-scale fight. Because this is really how I would have to take on the British anyway. Because we need our small ships to, you know, pull their weight. And apparently, the game... Yeah, I really need to look at mission generation. At some point in the near future. But yeah, there's other things to work on with DIP that are more urgent, like fixing the army, things like that. Lost them. Reacquired. Obviously, I'm not expecting the P-32 to be able to do much. Oracle has not fired her torpedoes yet. 2 5.3 Mark 4s, 3.4 Mark 4s, and 4 22-inch torpedoes. That's pretty good destroyer, if you ask me. Easily as good as ours. Now I know they fired their torps. I don't like the shot I've got here, or not, as the case may be. So we're going to go right around. We did get a flooding hit on them. P-32 come to starboard. We're a little bit faster than they are. So we drift round the bend. Assuming they have a reload. Yeah, they do. Still on their reload. Ow. Okay, I'm going to fire my torps before I lose them. Oh, engine damage. Not bad. Oh, very nice. Bit of flooding on them. Torpedoes are going to miss. But, you know, we're hitting them and they're not hitting us back. Overpence. They've got 2 engines out now. They'll get progressively easier to hit as they slow down. Maybe enough that the P-32 can come in and finish them off. Damage their rudder. More flooding. And it's central flooding as well. Hey! That helps. Oh, it wouldn't happen to be worth like $20 billion, would you? No. Continue to batter away at it. I think she's about to sink, though. Yeah, she does. Well done to the destroyers actually, you know, getting a fight in. Good for you. And we get some victory points on the board instead of none. 6,000, that's surprisingly good. How's the refit going now? We've still got these two to go. 7 of 9, 8 of 10. They've deployed 2 fleets here. They've got this one, and they've got this one. We could take one of them on if but not both. Is the thing. And we really can't take the one on that has those nastiest ships unless we have our upgraded ones, and that is slow. We only have 3. Yeah. I don't know. Don't know what to do here. I really don't. Right, all I can really do is carry on with the refits, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I go out with the upgraded ships as a smaller fleet. I can always run away if I need to. Very, very difficult. Very difficult situation to find myself in. Which is good. You know, you don't want every campaign to be an auto win. That's boring. I'm just a little bit confused as to why I'm not getting any smaller fights at all. You'd expect there to be a whole ton of it going on. To get to balanced. Right, let's up you. Oh, you're already at maximum. You're going to need inner layers. Some parts are badly placed. Which parts? Well, these aren't great, are they? It is the secondary guns that are causing the issue. Okay. Secondary guns causing the issue. Of course they are. Right. We'll probably stick with 6-inch. Oh, I've done the thing, haven't I? God damn it. Yeah, it's because the recording and the hot reload are on the same bloody key, isn't it? Do you know what? Maybe we just take it off? Taking the secondaries off. Risky. It's very risky to do that. But yeah, they're getting harder and harder to fit on. A couple of 4-inch though, that's pretty Pretty pathetic. What would I put on instead? I seriously doubt we can make them go fast. Oh no, we can. Yeah, let's push speed instead. Let's push them to 34 and give them a little bit more range so they can operate better as battle cruisers. Okay, cool. We'll do that. Yeah. There's 2 of those. Oh, jeez. Right, okay. Again, that's gonna, yeah, max me out. It's gonna be 4 months. The new battleship will be ready in 4 months. See, again. How many upgraded ships do I have? 1, 2, 3. I basically just have the 4, don't I? See, that's a pretty good little squadron. It's just not when you're facing vast numbers over here. Okay, we get a peace treaty. Let's see how bad it is. They want Timor and Kosovo and a bunch of my ships. Interesting. Well, I don't really... Oh, a fuck ton of money. Jesus. Kosovo. That is a really weird one to pick. And a bunch of my cruisers, which I'm not particularly happy about. But that... Ugh. Okay. I don't really have a choice, I don't think. No, not El Salvador. Like, I don't mind trying to take Montenegro. That's, you know, doable. But the rest of the stuff you're talking about is nonsense. 281. That should be just enough. But bloody hell, at least they didn't try and take Canaris. I think I would have thrown a hissy fit. But yeah, they took a bunch of our cruisers. Really rude of them. Really rude of them. In fact, they took all of the Narvinians, all of the Lonchies, all of the... Bloody hell. They took nearly all of my cruisers. Oh, no. They didn't take the Lonchies because we've got a refit, but they took nearly all of my cruisers. Great. Lovely. Pissing hell. And shitting hell with the money. Right, that ain't happening. That ain't happening. This ain't happening. It still needs to be positive, though. Oh, come on. Fine. I mean, I'll get it positive, but yeah, my funds are now 0. Well, less than 0. Negative $1 billion. That's going to take me 10 turns to repay. Oh, Jesus. I'm going to get, like, a ton of events in a minute. Ignore and continue. Yes. Yes, I would like to ignore and continue. No. This is a new event. At least I get to see it. Naval funds are insufficient. So they pay off that. But we do lose a little bit of this. But at least that does kind of fix it. Thank you, government. Gonna have to rebuild this. Ugh. I mean, Kosovo. I don't mind losing Kosovo. I don't mind losing Timor. Having to rebuild the cruisers is annoying, but at least they didn't take the capital ships. We can continue our... Oh, take that off. We continue our refit. Okay, radar's actually a fair way off. Oh, my goodness. But yeah, they just... I mean, we also lost Palestine and Lebanon. And Transjordan. So none of that's good either. And something else. Congo Free State, I think we lost. And Angola. Yeah. None of that is good. I think what we might have to do is refocus, but I think we should maybe look at trying to take out the Italians, who don't really pose much of a threat, but do hold this territory. Maybe go back to war with Russia and try and just grab as much of Russia as we can. We need money, basically. We need territory and we need money. Yeah, that absolutely sucks balls. Really, what I need is Britain and France to go to war. But at least we can get ourselves friendly with Britain, and we're not allied to the dead weight that is Denmark. Sorry, Denmark. Not the return I was wanting, but yeah, sometimes the AI does actually do a good job. Or in this case, it has enough human ships that I couldn't just curb stomp them and wasn't distracted, so it could just bring an overwhelming force to bear that I couldn't deal with. 1,000,000 tons of enemy ships. I'm going to have to put my thinking cap on. But that will be for the next episode. Thank you very much for watching. And I'll see you again soon for some more Ultimate Naval Dreadnoughts. Bye for now.